Greetings and welcome back to another fragrance review on my channel, and today we are talking about one of my favorite designer fragrances for the fall season. It is of course CH Men Prive by Carolina Herrera. Now, before we talk about the notes and how this fragrance smells, let's take a quick look at the bottle because I don't really have the box, I just have the bottle. So the bottle is half plastic, half glass. The lower half is glass and you can actually see how much of the fragrance you still have left, with the upper half being this black plastic with the CHHC letters in gold glued to the front of the bottle. The sides and the back don't really have anything, and at the bottom we have a sticker which says the concentration of the fragrance. So this is an eau de toilette or EDT concentration, and it is a 3.4 fluid ounce or 100 ml bottle. Now, the cap of this fragrance is also black with the CHHC letters on the top of it, and the way you open and close the cap is very fun. It actually reminds me of a Zippo lighter. Once we take the cap off, we are greeted with the golden sprayer, and the sprayer is actually fairly decent. It gives a good amount of fragrance per spray. And that's pretty much it. Overall, I like this bottle a lot. If you didn't already realize, it looks like a flask. Why does it look like a flask? Well, it's gonna be pretty obvious when I tell you the top notes of this fragrance. So let's talk about the notes. So the top notes listed for this fragrance are the notes of whiskey, grapefruit, and pomelo. The mid notes are cardamom, sage, lavender, and red thyme. And in the base we have a leather, benzoin, tonka bean, and wood notes. So yes, it's the whiskey, a note that is the inspiration for the flask design, most definitely. Now, let's talk about some general specifications, starting with the longevity and projection, as we always do. So on my skin, this fragrance actually has a good longevity. It is around 8 hours, with the projection being a solid meter for the first hour and a half, after which it starts to slowly become a skin scent. Regarding the seasons when I would recommend you to wear this fragrance, I think this is best for the fall season, and you can also wear this in the winter. Now, this is definitely not a spring and summer fragrance because it's a bit too spicy, a bit too sweet for the warmer months of the year. Regarding age range, I think pretty much anybody above 18 years old can pull this fragrance off. It's not a too mature fragrance in my opinion, and for occasions this is a perfect fragrance for a date or even a first date during the colder months of the year. So that's pretty much it. Now let's talk about how the fragrance actually smells. The fragrance opens up with a very dominant whiskey note, which is to be expected, giving it a very boozy smell. But in the background, we also have some grapefruit, which gives it a slight bitterness. So it's a boozy whiskey opening with some bitterness from the grapefruit. And as the fragrance develops, goes more into the mid notes, we get the beautiful cardamom note coming center stage, and it gives it a bit of a sweet smell, and along with that we have some red thyme, which actually gives it a kind of a leathery smell, because thyme generally smells a bit leathery in fragrances. And finally, when we get to the base notes, the tonka bean and benzoin join the cardamom, making this a beautiful, sweet, and warm fragrance, with the leather note obviously giving it some leathery undertones, and the wood notes giving it a somewhat of a woody accord. Now, all of this mixed together gives it a slightly sweet, warm, kind of powdery smell to it, which is very pleasant, very mass appealing. So I would say if this fragrance was a person, I would imagine it being a very handsome man wearing white sneakers, some slim fit jeans, a white t-shirt, and a black leather jacket. I think that is definitely how this fragrance smells, and what type of person I imagine wearing exactly this fragrance. Like I said, it's very mass appealing, it's very pleasant smelling. I even got a couple of compliments wearing this fragrance, so if you're interested in that, then you have no concerns. People will really like the smell of this fragrance. I actually haven't met anybody yet that said that this fragrance does not smell good. Overall, would I recommend you buying this fragrance? Yes, absolutely, 100%. I think this is a gorgeous, gorgeous smell for the upcoming fall and winter seasons. I think you will be very pleased, and I'm sure the person you are with will also be very pleased with you wearing this fragrance. So that's pretty much it regarding this fragrance review. Now, if you liked the video, as always, give a thumbs up. If you disliked the video, leave a thumbs down. Maybe give me some suggestions on how I can improve my content. Subscribe if you want to see more fragrance or wristwatch related videos. And until next time, guys, have a great day and bye.